Inmates released due to COVID-19 concerns have prosecutors calling for an end to the practice of early release. Gina Mangieri is always investigating.
Even some defense attorneys agree the rushed releases put many inmates on the street without a plan. Though court reviews are now complete, hundreds more are up for early parole, and there are still no positive COVID test results at any correctional facility. The state Supreme Court ordered case reviews starting in March of more than 1,000 incarcerated people to try to relieve overcrowding in case the COVID virus took hold in any jail or prison. Pre-trial detainees were released on their own recognizance. The special master appointed to oversee the plan explains the others.
You have the sentenced probationers, felony probationers. They're monitored by the probation department as they would be when they're normally on probation. You have those sentenced felons that are put out on parole. They're monitored by the Hawaii Paroling Authority.
All told, about 700 people set free so far, but many of them are committing new crimes or violations. Honolulu's prosecutor has tallied 45 already.
When they picked up their offense, the new charge is like a robbery in the second degree and or a burglary in the first degree, something like that. These people have committed violent offenses.
Just Sunday, 4 more, all caught together in a stolen vehicle in Mililani, all of them part of the COVID releases.
They have no place to go, they have no food to eat, no shelter, so we're not surprised that they are reoffending.
A point on which some defense attorneys even agree.
I am of the opinion that nobody should be incarcerated for longer than necessary. In this case, it's like, well, all right, we want to release you into the public with no plan. So, you know, I don't know if that's going to be any safer than keeping them incarcerated.
The special master points out the overall headcount reduction so far is more than 800 because fewer new cases are coming in right now.
So part of the reduction in population has to do with bench warrants not being served for low-level offenders that are not deemed public safety risks, charges not being filed by prosecutors for low-level offenders not considered public safety risks, no cash bail, release on own recognizance.
We're not going to have somebody arrested and immediately put into the OCCC if they're not a violent type nature crime. But that does not mean we're not going to charge them. We're just going to wait till more investigation is done, gather more evidence, and then charge them.
The special master was told this week that everything from retail and home burglaries to social services strains are taking a toll on the public.
This was rushed, and the burden has now fallen upon all of these other sectors to pick up the pieces.
But there's more to come. Now, the Hawaii Paroling Authority has a backlog of all March and April hearings, plus a separate mandate to look at early release for about 500 more.
They're beginning to review inmates who are short-termers, 6 months, a year left in their sentence, and those that are very sick or elderly, those who are targeted by the Supreme Court order.
That's not resting well with prosecutors who say the program should be called off.
There has been a flatlining of COVID in Hawaii, so let's just stop this for now. We want to take a deep breath and reassess the situation and have this knee-jerk release of all of the prisoners stop.
We'll continue to track the status of jail releases, new charges, and upcoming paroles, and how much longer the special COVID rules can apply. Gina Mangieri, KH12 News, always investigating.